Hello guys and welcome back. I'm Claudio from the CSTech. I'm sorry for my look, it's 3 a.m. so I just finished for today. I want to show you what I do today and what's the status of my project. So stay tuned. Welcome back. So it's 3 a.m. I'm trying to go to sleep right now. I'm just finishing the latest cables from my project and I want to show you what I'm finished for today. So over here I have the DC, DC case. Over here is negative, here is positive, so all the cable will meet over here. For example, let me explain you exact what each cable do. So we'll start with the red. The red one, it's positive cable that go from the bus bar and of course go to the inverter, to the Victron inverter. Over here I use two fusible fuses. I have DF221 from Schneider Electric. It's 2158 fuse. It's 125 amps. So I put two of them in parallel in order to send energy to Victron. The second cable you can see over here, so this is power to the Victron, and of course also this black cable will go to the Victron. I didn't find any red cable in my city, so I decided to use also for positive black and for negative black. I will add over here some labels, so I want to be sure I don't put reverse when I power the inverter. But the cable is very tightened into the case, so I hope they will stay like this. The red one is coming from the batteries. For example, from here I have one battery and second battery. The cable go from over here to this tunnel, and of course one go over here and the second go over here. The cable are the same size, so when the inverter will drain the energy, he will drain the energy exactly from the same battery. Okay, also over here I have the negative cable. In fact, the negative cable come from here, go outside, and after that come inside over here. In this point I use a battery monitor from Victron Energy. I decided to use this because, as you can see, the entire system is from Victron Energy, so this one will measure the exact energy that will flow through him. So in this point I will have the correct state of charge, and of course I will know how many amps the house will drain from the battery, and of course how many amps will be sent to the battery when the when the sun is outside and I will charge the batteries. This cable come from here and of course go to the negative bus bar. The bus bar I use copper. As you can see, it's a very thick copper. It's 1 centimeter, and I do it this way because I will add over here another 2 MPPT charger, and of course all the energy that come from the solar will come to this through these fuses and of course go to these bars. So these bars are the heart of my system. They are very, very thick, so I hope they will stay cool. Over here I use the same fuses for MPPT. For example, you receive energy from the sun from this MPPT. The same 125 amps fuses. The energy come through these fuses and go to the bus bar. Over here, because I use devices from Victron Energy, I decided to buy also a DC-DC converter. This one will receive from 48 volts and of course convert it to 12 volts and send to this splitter. This splitter send energy to multiple devices. For example, we send energy to BMS, to Fibaro from battery 1, Fibaro from battery 2, and of course my camera from the garage, and of course the Fibaro inverter. I will explain you how I will control my entire house with Fibaro, and of course how Victron will work with Fibaro. And of course, stay tuned for more video like this. In the bottom of the battery, you will see I use a fuse. Also, I use from Victron Energy. It's a 200 amps fuse. Over here, I have a contactor. It's 12 volts coil. And of course, this will disconnect the battery when the BMS will detect any problem in the system. Regarding the BMS, you can see over here, I use the BMS from SIMP. It was sent from my friend Mark from EV Shop from Romania. This BMS need to control the standard BMS that you can see on the Tesla module. For example, you can see over here, each Tesla has his own and original BMS and balancer, and this pack will be controlled from this device. You can see I use original Tesla cable. they will be connected in parallel, and all this cable will go to this BMS. This BMS will act as a master, and of course this one as a slave. I need to connect all the batteries in series in order to be controlled by this BMS. When the BMS will detect the battery is overcharged, he will disconnect this coil, and of course I will mount over here a Fibaro. I will explain you what Fibaro will do, and the Fibaro will automatically send me information via push notification or even by SMS or even by email, and send me a custom message. For example, if the battery is overcharged, how I said earlier, this contactor will disconnect the battery, and the Fibaro will send information that the battery was disconnected because it was overcharged. Also, I will use Fibaro to control temperature from this each cell. I will add here on the bottom, let me show you exactly. On the bottom cell, I will add a temperature sensor for each pack. So I will have in my app, and of course I will see the real-time temperature in my app. If for various reasons I decide to shut down the batteries, the Fibaro will be connected over here on this switch, and when I send the command from my app from wherever I am, because the batteries will be connected to internet, the Fibaro will disconnect this contactor, and of course the batteries will be protected. The Fibaro also will check the battery's temperature from his original sensor, and of course he will turn on the cooling. For cooling I use Corsair heatsink. I know it's a PC heatsink, but it's thin enough in order to fit over here. In fact, when I project these batteries, I project with this heatsink in my mind. So as you can see over here, each Tesla module has his own pipe. So all the pipe will be connected together, and of course all of them will go to one pump, and of course to this heatsink. Here I will have two fans, and heating of this, in fact the cooling, because I don't need any heat, the cooling will be controlled by Fibaro, and of course by a separate temperature sensor that will be installed on this case. So the cooling of this battery will be standalone. I don't need BMS to tell me the battery is hot. The sensor will check the battery temperature from each cell, and if one of them is different from what I set up, he will start to cool the batteries. Sorry, I said earlier, English is not my native language, so I will try my best in order to explain in technical terms what I'm gonna do here. It's my first setup, so I will try my best to make it to look perfectly, and of course to be safe, and of course to last, I don't know, many years from here. Before I close this video, I want to show you what I done yesterday. So this is a contactor. I over-tied this cable from here, and what do you see? I broke this contactor. So this is a 200 euro contactor. Of course, Mark from EV Shop was very fast and sent me already a replacement one, so I will try to put tomorrow, and I will try to not tie it too much in order to don't break again. So this was for today. Sorry for my English again. I'm Claudio from the CSTech, and of course if you want to see more video like this, don't hesitate. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, and if you have any question, don't hesitate. Just ask me in the comment area below. I write English better than I speak, so I hope you understand this video. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.